Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you are new here. In today's video, I have a thrift haul. I often do Goodwill Outlet bin thrift hauls here on my channel, but I haven't done a regular thrift store haul in a while. And so I'm excited to dive into the stuff I have. It's just right down here below me. I haven't recorded a video for my YouTube channel in my kitchen in a while, mostly because I like to record these haul videos later in the day, and it's gotten darker earlier in the winter, but now that we've had the time change, it's brighter, longer, and so I'm excited to be filming this in my kitchen for you guys today, although my neighbor did just let their dogs out, so hopefully there isn't too much dogs barking. I have stuff from Savers, the thrift store, and then from Deseret Industries, the thrift store. I think that on top here I have a lot of Savers stuff. I don't know why I keep going to Savers, because their stuff is ridiculously overpriced. Their prices are like buy-sell trade stores prices. Like, it'd be just better to go to Uptown Cheapskate, honestly. But I did go to Savers, and so let's start off with the stuff I got at Savers. So I only got one pair of shoes from Savers this thrift trip, because not just because their prices were insane, but they actually just didn't have the nice shoe brands that I was looking for, probably because I went near the end of the day. So this is a pair of Born, I don't know if they're real patent leather, but patent leather loafers, very classic. This type of shoe falls into so many different style aesthetics. We have academic, dark academia, preppy, minimalist, old money, career wear, business casual, right? This is just a really nice classic pair of flats. I only paid $5.49, which is a really good price. I don't think that Savers realized what the brand is, or else they would have priced it up. But yeah, a nice pair of Born shoes. And I actually recently sold a pair of Women's Born wedge sandals for $38. Someone just bought them outright. And so I think that Born is actually a pretty good brand, as long as you can get it for a good price and it's a desired style, because Born can be oversaturated on the secondhand market. Next, I have a dress from the brand Boston Proper. Now, I have never sold a dress from this brand. I've sold one shirt before, and I kind of wrote off the brand just because I have a jacket that I still haven't sold, and then the shirt I sold didn't sell for a lot. But when I did research on Boston Proper new with tags dresses on eBay, the average sale price was pretty good and the sell-through rate wasn't terrible either. This was $12.49, so ouch, right? But it was new with tags, so that was a good factor. And I also had 20% off because I had gone to kids consignment just before I went to Savers, and I had a few kids clothing that they didn't take, and I'd already tried taking them to kids consignment twice, and so I decided to cut my losses, donate them, and then get the 20% off coupon, which is what I used. This is a very, very pretty yellow golden kind of crochet or eyelet, that's what it's called. Eyelet cutouts, kind of a bell sleeve blouse. It does have this tie-up waist, and I just think this dress is very, very pretty. Probably paid a little bit more than $10 after the 20% off discount, but I love this dress. It's a midi length button up, very fun. It is very fun for like festival, but since it's yellow, it's also very fun for the summer. So I'm pretty excited about that one. I did spend some time in the skirt section, because one thing about Savers is that they keep their skirt prices and their shirt prices, at least women's shirt prices and women's skirt prices, pretty good sometimes. I mean, sometimes they mark them up too, but sometimes they don't. So this is from the brand Soft Surroundings, which I actually just sold a Soft Surroundings dress today for $40. So definitely not a brand to completely write off, but definitely be very selective with it. This is a really nice button-up midi skirt with a tie waist, like a kind of a khaki color. It is a linen, actually no, it's not a linen blend. The outside is 100% linen, and then the lining is 100% cotton. So very nice, breathable skirt. I got it because it is linen, and linen is selling really well right now. There was a light spot somewhere, but it looked like the kind of spot that I could get out. I'm not trying to buy project pieces, but I was pretty sure I can get this out. So, and I only paid $6.99 for this, plus the 20% off, so happy that I found that piece. This next piece is from the brand MNG, which I think they used to be called Mango. I've sold a pair of Mango's loafers before. This is actually a long sleeve denim jumpsuit. So not very perfect for summer, but we are definitely still in colder weather. And this was $11.49, so probably like $10 something cents after the 20% off. Size medium, and Mango, or the brand M&G denim jumpsuits, did seem to be doing well on eBay. This is a really nice kind of utility, heavyweight, very nice thick quality piece. So that's pretty nice. Then we have another piece I kind of paid a lot for. I paid $10.99 for this, plus the 20% off coupon. I'll stop saying that now, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys got that I did get the 20% off everything, so it's not actually the price that it says it is. This is just from the brand Sundance, and $10.99 is pretty hefty, but this is a maxi length skirt, and maxi length skirts just inherently have value. Basically, it doesn't really matter the brand. Maxi length skirts can be a bolo in their own style, right? And this is kind of like a floral lace, kind of shimmery maxi skirt, A-line, very, very pretty. And I think I can list this for around $40 to $45. Next thing I got to resell is from the brand Kuhl, K-U-H-L. Now, the prices of men's button-up shirts at Savers shocked me. Like for a Walmart brand shirt, it was like $10.99. I was shocked that they only had this Kuhl shirt at $7.29, and I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't have the 20% off coupon. But this is a nice brown orange button-up lightweight shirt. It's actually a snap button, which makes it even better. So I think this can sell for between $20 and $30. Now this piece, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it or if I'm gonna resell it, because this has actually been a clothing category item, wish list, thrift piece of mine that it has been on my personal Pinterest board, which is a long A-line maxi length white skirt. This thing is gorgeous. It is maxi length, hits right at my ankles, white, A-line, it doesn't have a brand. Maybe it's homemade, but this is gorgeous. And this has, like I said, been on my Pinterest board, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I did pay $6.99, which is actually a pretty good price, right, compared to the $10.99 Sundance skirt. But if I don't keep this, oh, is this up? Oh no, it's not broken. But if I don't keep this, I think this will resell like that for $30 to $40, because this is very, very coastal, very beachy, very Grecian. It's just beautiful. And I know for a fact that this is a desired piece among women, because I have seen pieces like this all over my Pinterest board. Not on my personal Pinterest board, but coming up in my recommended. And so I'm pretty sure that this is a highly desired piece. So whatever I decide to do with that, it's gonna be a win. I got this dress, let's see, where's the brand tag? From the brand Norma Kamali. And I've gotten one other piece from this brand before, but unfortunately when I got it home it had a stain and it was past the time I could exchange it or return it. So I just took a loss on that piece, but this is kind of like a black, kind of stretchy, kind of like swimsuit material bodycon dress with a little mock neck turtleneck. And they only had this marked pretty good, actually, only $7.29, which is pretty good. This is a size extra small, but I wasn't gonna pass on the brand Norma Kamali. I don't know a ton about this brand, but I do know that it is a bolo brand. I mean, it definitely depends on the piece, right? But I had a good feeling about this piece, so I did buy it. And then I think this is the last thing I got from Savers. Like I said, everything is so expensive at Savers. I didn't buy a ton of stuff because their prices were expensive. This skirt was $6.99, so like I said, pretty good price, even though most of Savers' other clothing categories are a lot. They often skip over nice skirts and shirts. So this is just from the brand Zara, which is a brand that I will buy sometimes to resell, but it has to be a very specific piece. This is a woman's size large. It is a light denim midi skirt with a slit in the front, and it is a raw hem. This can fit into so many different style aesthetics too. It could fit into festival, country. This needs to be cut off. It's a little bit too long of a distressment. But yeah, and it also has this little detail here on the back. So I think I can sell that for $25 to $35 as well. All right, let's hop into the Deseret Industries thrift haul now. I'm headed to my parents for dinner right after this, so I'm trying to be quick, but I did want to show you guys this haul before I took pictures of these items tonight because I felt like I found some pretty cool pieces that I haven't found in a while. So I think this is from my first Deseret Industries trip. So I went to the DI. The DI is what Deseret Industries is called. Short lengths, most people call it the DI. So I think this is not from my most current trip. But this was $8 and it's new with tags, which was one of the key factors why I got it. And it's from the brand Lane Bryant. And I just thought this was a really fun piece for the spring. It is a maxi length, which is another great factor. And it is floral. It also has like ruffles on the bottom. I think this is gonna do well. And then here's the sash. And I think I can put this on my model, my clothing bust, and it'll sell well. It's a size 18 too, so I don't know if that's yeah, that's a plus size, but like just barely a plus size, but still, I think that this is gonna sell for around like $35. And then kind of similar to that dress, this is from the brand Eliza J, which I think might be a good brand to know. I recognized it from somewhere, but I didn't get it for the brand. I did pay $10, so kind of a lot, but this is a size 16W, and this one is also new with tags. Retailed, looks like it retailed for more than $94 because the sale price was $94, and then also has a Nordstrom tag, but it's a very, very pretty maxi length dress, white and blue, very fun for Easter, so I wanted to get that. And then I think this is also, yeah, there's one more piece from that earlier on DI thrift trip. Here is a dress from Old Navy. When it comes to Old Navy dresses, I'm not gonna spend more than $6 because the return on investment just isn't there, and there has to be certain factors. So this is a size 2X, and it is longer length. Looks like it is, it could be a maxi length if you're a little shorter than me. I'm a size 5, or I'm 5'8" tall, and this kind of hits a little bit higher than my ankles, but it is a fun floral dress, kind of a darker colorway, at least the base color, and it is very cottagecore, very flowy, very prairie, so I think I can list that for around $25 to $35. All right, diving in now to the most recent Deseret Industries thrift trip. I spent a lot of time in the dress section, not only the most recent trip, but the trip before, because dresses are really great to sell this time of year, spring, summer season, and they're also gonna fetch more money than just a shirt. They're kind of like equivalent to sweaters in the winter. So this is also from Lane Bryant, which can retail for a good amount. I didn't get it for the brand though. This was $8, size 22 to 24, and it is a purple maxi length dress. And it has like these gold, I don't know, like it just kind of looks like gold paint splatters, but it's like a gold design all over it. Still has the waist tie, so with it being maxi length, plus size, and purple, which is a very trendy color, I thought that this would do pretty well. So I did buy that. I also got these actually for my husband. The brand is XLTD. I don't know anything about that brand. I didn't get it for the brand. I just paid $6. These are new with tags, but me and my husband are going to Hawaii very soon, and I thought he could use some new shorts because I don't think he has any shorts, at least that are in good condition. I think the shorts he has are pretty faded. And then I got one other thing in the men's section. I stayed until they closed. I went to DI a couple days ago at 5:30 and they closed at 7, so I stayed right until they closed, and just like 15 minutes before they closed, actually I think it was 10 minutes before they closed, I just quickly looked in the men's section. Here's a pair of Travis Matthew shorts, pretty bread and butter brand. These are a size 33, still have the extra button. I paid $6 for these. The women's shorts in the women's section were $4, and then they were averaging at $6 priced in the men's section. So I don't know why they do it. I don't know why they just can't have like men's and women's, like if their jeans prices are one price in the women's section, they should be same in the men's section and for shorts and all the other categories. But apparently they think that men's clothing is more expensive, but that's not necessarily true. I also got this dress. This is from the brand CJ Banks. I do believe that this is vintage. Now this is kind of like a faux suede black maxi, well, midi to maxi length dress. And then it has this little square in the front with cats and like the little cat balls, string balls that cats play with. So I know that someone's gonna love this, and I paid $8 for that. This is probably my most exciting, my most favorite piece and thing that got me most excited at this recent thrift trip. This is perfect for prom. I actually think that prom might be over, but perfect also for a bridesmaid dress. So this is Barbie times a Zazie, which is like a formal wear brand, but it's like a collab. And this was $10, but it is also new with tags. It is a size 4, so kind of a smaller size, but it does have built-in breast pads, so it's kind of an all-in-one outfit, and it is gorgeous. It is this cream color, well, kind of like a light taupe color, and then it has these ruffles all the way down. This thing is stunning. I wish it was my size, because me and my husband have gone to a few adult proms before, and this would be so fun to wear. It does have a front side slit, and I think I can get this to sell for around $40. I looked up comps on eBay, and I don't always go off of comps and sell through it on eBay because I do sell on 6 different platforms. I sell on Mercari, Poshmark, Vinted, eBay, Facebook, and Vinted. So we'll see how that does, but I do think it's gonna do well because it's really gorgeous. I even had the girl at checkout who was checking me out say how much she loved it. And she originally asked me what I bought it for, and then I just said for fun. But then I told her later that I'm a reseller because I didn't want to like lie to her, but just in the moment didn't know how to respond. So I was just like, yeah, just for fun. But I mean, it is for fun because I love reselling. So technically I did buy it for fun. I keep looking over, but that's because the bags are on the floor. So I did spend some time in the skirt section because skirts can resell well if you get like nice style-based stuff. So this was the only one that I was kind of iffy about. This is also from the brand Lane Bryant, wouldn't you know? And this is a size 14-16, but it is a, what's it called? Handkerchief hem. So it has like kind of different lengths, and it is very fun pastel colors, Easter colors, and it is midi length. I think some girl's gonna love this. Very fairy core. I paid $6. I think I can sell it for around $25. Another skirt I got in the skirt section. This was another style-based one. This is from the brand Karen Kane, which does retail for a good amount, but I'm not just gonna get Karen Kane to get the brand Karen Kane. This is a size extra large. It is 100% viscose. And I loved that this was tiered, which is a very good factor for skirts. And I loved the dark, moody colorway, very whimsy goth, pretty witchy too. It is, actually, this is a maxi length. I would definitely, yeah, this is definitely a maxi length. Midi length if you're taller than 5'8". But yeah, also paid $6 for this skirt. And then I think this is the last skirt that I got. Let's see. But this one is the one I'm most excited about out of the skirt clothes. This is from the brand Multiples. I think it's definitely an older tag or an older brand. Don't recognize the brand. It's a size large, 100% cotton. Paid $6 for this skirt as well. This one also has tiers, and it's a nice denim color, very thick. It is lined. Like I can imagine twirling in this, and it'd be so fun. Definitely billows out, maxi length. And then on the bottom, we got this really pretty stitched colorway, embroiderment. But yeah, I think I can sell that for around, I'm gonna list it for $32, I think. Okay, I accidentally twisted the camera because I have my camera currently plugged in right here. And so when I set the rest of the bags down right here, it swayed the camera. But a few more bags here to go through. So this is from the brand Daily Practice, which I believe is an Anthropologie brand. Never found this brand before. This is a size small, paid $8. It's just a black dress, but it is a midi length, and it also has a handkerchief hem, which I think is pretty trendy, and it's just a nice black dress. Then I got this tank top from the brand Catherine's, which doesn't resell that well for me, but this is a size 3X, and I've never tried selling a size 3X from Catherine's before. I sold a Catherine's 5X dress that sold really well. Paid $5 for this. I think I can sell it for around $20 to $25. I loved the colorway, and it also has tiers. Is that what you call this when there's like different overlays? But anyway, you get what I mean. And another dress. This is a vintage denim dress. Vintage denim dresses resell really well for me, especially if they're plus sizes. This is, yes, a size medium, so size 8 to 10, paid $8. This is a longer midi length dress, denim, very fun. And I actually am gonna put keywords like patriotic and 4th of July because it does have like this red, white, and blue floral way on the top. So I'm excited about that. I think that's gonna do well on Depop, but it might sell on Poshmark because I'll have a piece of clothing or a pair of shoes blow up on Depop, have lots and lots of likes, and then it'll end up selling on Poshmark. I got this pair of Piranha shorts. Now Piranha is an outdoor brand, kind of like the brand Cool, as well as kind of like Eddie Bauer too. I don't always pick up the brand Piranha, but this was a really cute pair of like burnt orange shorts. And I liked the cut of them, and they were $4, so I did want to try out those. And then if those don't sell well, I'm going to be even more picky with the brand Piranha, but because of the price point of those, I think that they'll do well. And then I got a few, oh, never mind. I'll talk about that in a second. This is just a pair of Levi's shorts. I don't often get the brand Levi's. In fact, the men's Levi's jeans that I've got at the bins that I have listed in my online stores, wow, that was a mouthful, haven't sold very well. But these are a pair of shorts, which I think that Levi's shorts can sell well, and they're also a great size 32, and they're the rib cage shorts, and they're really nice, really cute, raw hem, paid $4 too, which is a really good price. I cannot find bottoms in the women's section that are usually less than $6, so excited about those prices. Then I got a few pair of Torrid shorts. The comps on eBay weren't looking the best, but I've sold Torrid shorts before on Poshmark for like $18 to $24. So if I only paid $4, I'm gonna list these for around $22. These are actually a size 22. Kind of funny how I said I was gonna list them at $22 when they're a size 22. This is just a nice pair of women's shorts. Very nice. And then the other pair of Torrid shorts that I got are a smaller size. These are just a size 14, but they are kind of more of like a raw hem, more distressed, $4 for those as well. I think the rest of the stuff is shoes, so let's quickly go through these shoes together. I just realized I totally forgot to turn on the underlight. We'll have that underlight on for the last little bit of this video. We have these Tevas, which is a nice outdoor brand. These are kind of like what is this called? Anyway, this is what they look like. Only paid $4 for these, pretty good condition. I've seen Teva and Chaco advertised a lot to me on Facebook recently, so I don't know if they've been like catered to me because I look up those brands occasionally because I resell them and I look up specific styles, or if they're just heavily branding themselves right now and trying to market themselves out there because it's prime time to be wearing Tevas and Chacos. But here's a pair of blue jelly sandals. These are for me. These were only $4, and the brand is Wild Diva Lounge. I don't know anything about this brand, but I thought these would be so fun for Hawaii and the summertime. I love the glitteriness. You know my feet are gonna sweat in these, but I think they're really cute. Then I got a pair of Vask shoes. I've sold a pair of men's Vask, V-A-S-Q-U-E shoes before very quickly for like $40 or $45 that I got from the bins. These were $5 and they were in the women's section. And these are definitely a smaller size 6.5 medium, and they're definitely dirty. They are dirty. So I just need to take a toothbrush. I have some sneaker cleaner and a toothbrush downstairs in my little working area. I'm just gonna scrub away at these. But everything's intact, and so I think I can sell these for around $35. Paid $6. Then a few more pairs of shoes. We have some Tevas, another pair of Tevas. I don't know if you can see the brand there. It's kind of like the same colorway as the sole. Paid $6 for these. They're kind of like a slip-on clog style. I'm just noticing now that little imperfection. But really cute pair of slip-on shoes. I got these. These are from the brand Nayot or Nayot. I found this brand one other time, but the shoes were too destroyed to resell. But these are in excellent condition and really cute style too. They're like kind of like a Mary Jane lace up. And paid $6 for these. Pretty sure that these are gonna resell well and quickly because they're a really cute style, but they're also a nice brand. And last but not least, we have these. Now these are just from the brand American Eagle, but I do believe that they're an older style. I saw someone had these listed on Depop for like $85, and in the description of the listing they said firm on price. So I wonder if this is like a very coveted style. It kind of reminds me of the Doc Marten style that kind of looks like this. Very preppy. Looks like these were sold for only $34.99. They're a size 8.5, but they're really, really cute. I think that they're adorable, and I think I can sell these for around $30 to $35 just because of the style, and they're very preppy and, like I said, remind me of the Doc Martens. That is all for this little thrift haul. I'm gonna record my what sold video either today or tomorrow, so that's gonna be coming out really soon after this video comes out. Let me know in the comments what your favorite thing that I thrifted was, and let me know if you shop to buy stuff to resell at Savers, or also known as Value Village, because I'm debating if I should stop going to Savers because I love that I find brands at Savers that I've never found before at any other thrift store, but I don't like the prices, and I don't like how I'll find a great brand and then see the price tag and have to leave it, which wastes my time and is disappointing. So let me know your thoughts about Savers, and like I said, what your favorite thing was I thrifted, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Bye!